All right, guys, this is about that time again. We're going to do a what's for dinner. I just want to say a few words before I show y'all what's for dinner. I was thinking about the movie The Matrix, and I'm like, man, it's like everything that Neo was doing in that movie when he went through the process of escaping the Matrix. It kind of reminds me of what everything I'm having to do, right? Like he started. Remember, he left the Matrix. He started reminiscing about the places he used to eat. That's what's been happening to me. I've been talking to y'all about how I miss Popeyes, how the way Popeyes used to taste, and Pizza Hut, right? Old Country Buffet we talked about the other day. Then they had to get that parasite out of his stomach, or in my case, I had to remove parasites with an S out of my stomach, right? What else? Then when he was on the mothership, he started he had to eat that slop. He had to eat that slop, and it was very liquidy. It wasn't solid food. It was like baby food. Imagine that if I told you guys the truth, that if you start eating baby food, you would get back healthy. Ain't that something? I don't know what was that. He was eating some malto meal. I don't. We don't know grits. We don't know what that shit was, but it was very liquidy. Now, remember I told you guys that Dr. Delbert Blair said that the best diet is a liquid diet. It just gets to the point where you can't eat solid food like that. You can eat solid food, but you only can eat it like once a day or once every other day or once every 3 days. Everything else should be liquid. Sounds crazy. Now, the funny thing about me, when you start dieting like this, is that you feel like you're weak, but you're not weak. You feel like you're losing strength, but you're not. You're actually gaining strength. It just feels like that. It's like your mind's playing tricks on you. I can say, oh man, I feel weak as I'm detoxing. Well, how am I doing 80? I can do 80 to 85 diamond push-ups, and I'm not even in the gym. I guarantee you that 80 to 90% of the men walking around from the ages of 18 through 40 cannot do 80 diamond push-ups off the fly. I guarantee you. Unless they're in the gym and already in shape and stuff like that. I guarantee you. What else did Neo go through when he got out of the Matrix? I guess you could say he started noticing patterns, but you know, those are the three main things that pop out in my mind is the parasites, removing the parasites, the getting rid of foods, and him reminiscing about places he used to eat. I really, I can really relate to that. Then, of course, he had a light around him. Well, that's what's happening to me. Y'all see the light around me. It's no need to act like, I don't know it's there. Of course I know it's there. And there's a lot of other little nuances in that movie that remind me of my life, but I'm not going to talk about that. I just want to bring up those three basic ones. Things that started happening when you leave the Matrix, stuff like that. But let's get to what's for dinner, guys. First of all, y'all see here, I got these raisins. Raisins, very interesting. High in fiber. I think they're very delicious. I didn't really used to like raisins a lot, but I actually like them a lot now. Really satisfies your sugar cravings. And it has a really good nutritional profile, has a good amount of potassium, a little bit of calcium, a little bit of iron. It high in sugar, but it's raisins. Serving size I see is a fourth of a cup. Yeah, you don't want to eat a lot of raisins unless you want to be running to the bathroom. So we're gonna have some raisins today. course, y'all know I got the Blue Diamond almonds. I really like the nutritional profile of almonds, guys. And one thing that sticks out to me is the copper. Okay, copper. I told you guys about the one-a-day multivitamins that has copper in it also. Copper is something that somebody like myself, I cannot really afford to be without the mineral copper. Okay, this is why I like men's one-a-day, because it has the copper in it. And so when you factor in copper, and then you look at the almonds, copper, and then you got magnesium. That's another thing I like about one-a-day multivitamins, as opposed to having a whole food multivitamin that costs a lot of money, is that it also has the magnesium in it. So it's like tit for tat between these vitamins and these almonds. It's outstanding. Between the copper, the magnesium, the vitamin E. We know we got a lot of vitamin E, good antioxidant in almonds. Okay, you don't need a lot of calcium as you get older, so there's a little calcium in almonds, and there's a little calcium up in the one-a-days, as well as the raisins. Okay, of course, y'all know I take my Lugol's iodine. Y'all know I take creatine. Y'all know I have an ashwagandha supplement I'm taking now, maca root. And then last but not least, guys, I don't want to be long on this video. I have a protein drink here. Y'all see that MCT oil, come coconuts, almond milk, they go to almonds again, prebiotics, very important, and maca root, okay, which maca is an adaptogen. And that's all I'm having today, guys, to eat, as well as, of course, drinking a lot of water. I can only really tolerate to drink like 1 liter of water a day. Maybe I might have some watermelon, but most likely not. Okay, and that's what's for dinner for me, guys. You see, there's no rice in this. There's no table salt. Oh, of course I eat Himalayan salt. I like the Himalayan salt, the way it tastes with the raisin and almonds. Himalayan salt, very high in mineral content. There's no table salt, guys. Look at this diet. There's no table salt in this diet. There's no meat in this diet, no animal flesh in this diet. There's no rice. There's no grains in this diet. There's no inflammation things in this and stuff going on with this diet, this type of diet. So as y'all see me do more and more videos, y'all gonna notice I'm looking better and better. So when I walk around looking as good in my 40s, nobody can say, hey, Conscious One didn't tell you what you supposed to be eating in your 40s. You might be able to get away with shit in your 20s, but you ain't gonna get away with eating bullshit in your 40s. This is a non-inflammatory diet. That's what this is. And you're gonna get stronger. You're gonna get stronger. And that's about it, guys. Y'all know I take my GABA supplement, which increases HGH. The good hormonal balance I'm getting with the maca root and iodine. Yeah, iodine is so important. Lugol's iodine, it's so important. I don't know how these people, they not really alive. They like The Walking Dead, but that's another one. We'll say that for another time. But that's it, guys. That's what's for dinner today. I'm hollering at y'all later. Peace.